Good morning. It's a fresh day with new set of ideas, new words definitely. And it looks very enthralling to me that every day I come before you to give you some new ideas. The purpose behind it that I can be able to use my experience, my personal experience of English. Say it's a very difficult explanation to give you that English is very easy language, but for those who have not picked it up, it might appear slightly difficult. I tell you, my dear children, that English is not our language. ये हमारे देश की भाषा नहीं है. जैसे देखा है, कोई ऐसा इंस्टीट्यूट है इंडिया में जहाँ हिंदी की कोचिंग होती हो, शायद ही कहीं होगी. Because that's my mother tongue. We are born in that atmosphere and we are bred in that atmosphere. So there is no need to learn anything extra in Hindi. Only somewhere in our school, in the colleges, if some problems are there, our teachers really correct it up. But in English, it's not our language. So we have to be slightly careful in learning English. And that's why there are so many, advices in this field. You should learn English this way, you should learn English that way. You should learn grammar first and you should learn vocabulary first. But in my perception, in my opinion, English should be taken like any other language. It should be taken in a very generic way. Like, for instance, Hindi also, we have learned basic words, alphabets. Similarly, we also learned the same alphabets in English. But later on, English really goes up and Hindi is left behind. Because there are limitations of Hindi in the territorial boundary of India. And English has no boundary. Because any country in the world you go, English is predominantly spoken. So it is very important for all of us to know English and to know correctly so that we can be widely and universally be accepted. Today, my dear children, the word which I have taken is extrapolate. Before I explain the word extrapolate and its meaning thereof, I would like to use few phrases like it is not about ideas. It is about making ideas happen. How can you make it happen? By first of all, you have to have this feeling that come what may, I have to deliver. How can you deliver? You have to have very good, strong determination that yes, this is a way I have to learn. If we take a casual approach toward learning English, then I think our success would be compromised. Now, for instance, the word which I have taken today is extrapolate. What is extrapolate? I'll give you its generic uses in day-to-day life. जैसे हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, leave that. In these days, in this period of lockdown, you must be hearing every day some government communique comes. And Mr. Love Agrawal, Joint Secretary, he comes and explains that if this is the scenario, then the victims of coronavirus is going to be doubling in 8 days. If we find so many patients, then it might get double in 2.5 days. So, what is he trying to deduce? He is saying, he is just referring some of the points of reference that if this thing happen, then after a certain period of time, something might else happen. So that is extrapolation. Extrapolation is you are going to assume something. If this thing happen this way, that will happen that way. That is method or a process of deriving at a conclusion. This is not factual, this is notional. Let me explain you what is factual and what is notional. Factual means which happens on exact fact. That is, I saw somebody doing something. You saw him. That is factual. You saw with your naked eyes. That is fact. But notional is that if you do this way, if you are exposed to coronavirus, you might die. That is a notional explanation. In reality, you have not died. You are not dead. But it is assumed that if you are careless and expose yourself to the corona positive patients, you might die. So that is called notional. It is considered to be a notion, believed, presumed that you might succumb to injury of coronavirus. So extrapolation. In mathematics also, you must have seen some of the graphs, the curves is being deduced that at particular reading, if this graph and the curve is taking this way, then it is extrapolated that after certain more reading, this graph would take this turn or this turn. So that is called extrapolation. Extrapolation means extend the application of method or conclusion to an unknown situation by assuming that existing trend will continue or similar method would be applicable. That is called extrapolation. Now, I have just picked up this word randomly, so you might find it slightly difficult. So, where would I use this word extrapolation? Let me make it very simple. Suppose, if you are a student of class 8th or 9th, your success story is that in class 9th you scored around 97%. And similar kind of hard work, if you start putting in for class 10th also, it could be assumed or it could be extrapolated that your success story would continue in class 10 as well as in class 11th and 12th as well. So that is called extrapolation. Like a belief, a conclusion which is always on a futuristic mode. That is called extrapolation. आज अभी है नहीं, यदि ऐसा रहा तो वैसा हो जाएगा. When you use this kind of scenario and when you interface this kind of situation, then similar word would be very handy for you to be used. The word is extrapolate. E-X-T-R-A-P-O-L-A-T-E. Extrapolate. Mathematics में भी this is of very handy use. Extrapolate. Now let us extrapolate to infinity. This is the trend and you are going to extrapolate. You are going to deduce. Now let us come to conclusion. What are the conclusion of extrapolations? As I gave you the example of factual and notional. Factual means, what is factual? Which is based on facts. हमने देखा है, एक घटित हुई है. This is actual, real. Notional is virtual, unreal. You are going to forecast, you are going to predict, you are going to deduce certain conclusion. That is called extrapolating. When I say, did you see it yourself? No, I presume that if things are extrapolated in this way, the result could have been different. So extrapolation sometimes and most of the times it is on the basis of your assumptions. What is assumptions? आपने सोच लिया है. जैसे हम लोग मैथमेटिक्स में बोलते हैं ना कि एक घोड़ा 10,000 में खरीदा गया, कितने % प्रॉफिट लिया जाए तो घोड़ा 24,000 में बिकेगा. So there are certain areas which you presume and you deduce and come to a conclusion. So that is called, while you come to a conclusion, you extrapolate some of the factual enumerations. So the word extrapolate means which is you are standing in present but you are thinking about future on the basis of certain patterns. That is called extrapolating. Extrapolating is also, I can use a word prognosticating. Prognostication. Prognostication. You are prognosticating something for the future. You are sitting in present, but you are prognosticating about the future. You cannot prognosticate about the past. You can prognosticate about the future, which has not happened, which is yet to come. That is called prognostication. So prognostication and extrapolation, it's slightly of the same kind. In extrapolation, you have to deduce and you have to be based on certain factual basis. But in prognostication, there is no such data. You can simply, आप जिससे देखो एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स होते हैं, सुबह सुबह रोज टीवी पे देखते होगे. Every morning and evening, you find on TV some of the pandits and jyotisis, they come and they prognosticate about your future. गुरुजी हमारी बेटी नहीं पढ़ती है, पेट में दर्द है, क्या करना चाहिए? Then गुरुजी ही prognosticate something about you. ऐसे ही हवा में भी जो मर्जी है, तिल लगाओ, सरसों का तेल दे दो, पीपल के पास ही जला दो, धूप लगाओ, अगरबत्ती जलाओ. That is called prognosticating. Sometimes prognostication is also based on scientific reasoning, but it is not necessary that the tools which are going to be used for assuming or coming to a conclusion which is used for prognostication has to be always scientific. No, it could be mere hypothesis. You can really, those things could be hearsay also. I have used the word hearsay. Heresay. Hearsay मतलब गलत भी हो सकता है, because there is no scientific reasoning in that. But extrapolation is very much scientific in nature. You have to calculate. You have to, suppose if you are drawing a graph. So if you are plotting certain points on x-axis and y-axis, there are certain bases through which you extrapolate. You cannot put any kind of hearsay information in extrapolation. It is a belief, it is assumed. There are some factors which are going to be put here has to be on the scientific basis. So, my dear children, I have used two words, extrapolation and prognostications. Though these two words look similar in theory, but in reality, they are having two different yardsticks. In extrapolation, all the inputs and variables are based on scientific reckoning. What is reckoning? RECKONING. मतलब इसके जितने भी वेरिएबल्स होते हैं, जो बेसिस होती है कैलकुलेट करने के लिए, एक्स्ट्रापोलेट करने के लिए, उसको बोलते हैं reckoning points. Those are all scientifically derived. But in prognostications, ऐसे ही prognostication मतलब मेरी मर्जी आ गई, ठीक है यार, अगले साल तक अच्छी बारिश हो जाएगी. I prognosticate it should be good rain next year. So what is the basis of it? Nobody knows. You can simply prognosticate without any logical reason. But extrapolation is having all scientific tools for deriving at a conclusion. Now let us come to synonyms of extrapolation. Conclude. As I told you, how did you come to a conclusion? You came to a conclusion on certain scientific basis. जैसे मैंने अभी बताया कोरोना वायरस के बारे में, every day some official communique is being issued by the government of India. So they are saying that if we are getting lesser patients a day and the quantum of patients that we are getting every day, we believe that corona is on a receding side. It is going on a downward side. So the number of patients who are going to double, that will take around 8 or 9 days. But If the same scenario would have been different, if the number of patients coming or reported are more, then the number of patients getting doubled would be 4.5 days for corona positives. So it is said that what conclusion you have drawn. Extrapolation means what conclusion. How can you extrapolate on something? I can conclude. I'm talking to you about this synopsis. How can you conclude? So the synonym of extrapolation is also conclude, conclusion. Decide. How did you decide? What are the basis of it? So I told you the basis are the very inputs, the scientific inputs and wisely calculated inputs. That is the basis of its decision. How could you deduce? Deduce means come to a conclusion. Derive. How did you come to a conclusion? देखते हैं ना? In mathematics, we derive certain conclusions. After solving some of the numericals, we derive at certain conclusions. So the same derivatives, deriving at certain conclusions. Gather. Gather means again to collect information to a place wherein or where from we can gather conclusion. Infer. I-N-F-E-R. Infer means to come to a conclusion. Government of India has inferred that if in 5 years the current fiscal deficits maintains its so lowest level and GDP grows at this level, we can become 5 trillion economy. So that's an inference. In science also you must have heard what is science. So science is called observation, experimentation. You observe something, आप किसी चीज को देखते हो, then you experiment. No. I cannot believe it unless until I experiment. And after observation and experimentation, you come to a conclusion. That is called inference. So here also, while explaining the word extrapolation, we infer. I-N-F-E-R, infer. So these are the words which are used as synonyms for extrapolation. How do you infer? How did you judge it? Judgment is also extrapolation. Because extrapolation, once you have extrapolated, you came to a conclusion. And what is conclusion? Conclusion is your inference. What is inference? Deduction, deduction. You have deduced D-U-C-D. You came to a particular conclusion. That is called, you came to a inference point. You inferred. Make out. How did you make out? How did you make out that this would be the conclusion? You came or you made out on the basis of certain logical reasoning. So, my dear children, this is very, very important word and which you should use here, there and everywhere, and normally it should be, and it is used in day-to-day parlance. So, before I conclude, I must remind you once again that English is a language which requires constant practice. More you read, more you identify new words every day. You should try to find the meaning of the word. Look for its synonyms, antonyms. And it's not even 10% work done so far. Unless and until you read as many times and then the final, and I should use the word finale, lies only when you develop the tendency or the propensity. I have used the word propensity, tendency, that you should stand before a mirror, start speaking at the top of your voice, so that you can clear your throat also and you can be able to see your face, your overtures, your gesture. How do you appear in front of the mirror? That is the beauty, and that is how English should be spoken. One thing more, in English, unless and until you develop confidence, you would be grossly suffering from inferiority complex. So you have to say bye-bye to inferiority complex. You have to be brazenly extrovert. मैंने क्या वर्ड यूज किया? brazenly extrovert. BRAZENLY. जिसे कहता है ना कि बेशर्मी से एक्सट्रोवर्ट होना पड़ेगा. कहते हैं दिस बॉय लुक्स शेमलेस. बट यहाँ पे कोई शेमलेस और शेमफुल की बात नहीं है. यहाँ पे सम ऑफ द चिल्ड्रन दे आर शाय ऑफ यूजिंग द वर्ड्स. मैं कैसे बोलूंगी, कैसे बोलूंगा, कहीं गलत तो नहीं हो जाएगा. होने दो. इसमें कोई सीआरपीसी का प्रोविजन थोड़ी लगता है कि आपने गलत बोल दिया तो दफा 302 लग जाएगा. गलत बोल दिया. कहता है ना, एक आपने सिनेमा देखा होगा मेरा नाम जोकर. उसमें हीरो हीरोइन से जुदा होने लगता है तो बोलता है जुदा नहीं होंगे तो मिलेंगे कैसे. यदि आज गलती नहीं करेंगे, आज कोई मिस्टेक नहीं होगा तो सुधार होगा कैसे. माय डियर चिल्ड्रन, nobody is born perfect. I'll give you a very unique example. I am a student of Delhi University. In Delhi University, I have seen some of the university students from Patna. They came while preparing for UPSC examinations. It was made compulsory in the college hostels that everyone shall speak in English. लेकिन जो बच्चे शुरू से नहीं बोल पाते हैं, बाद में बहुत तकलीफ होती है. अब देखो, एक छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल बताता हूँ. हम लोग सारे बच्चे डाइनिंग टेबल पे खाना खा रहे थे. अब पीछे वार्डन खड़ा है. Hey, why are you talking in Hindi? Speak in English. तो एक लड़का बोलता है, अरुण, वाटर इज. देखो, वो बोलना चाह रहा है कि पानी है, तो वो बोलता है हाँ है. तो उसको बोलना चाहिए था प्लीज पास इट ऑन. मैंने पढ़ा दो. यार अरुण, वाटर इज देयर इन द जग. नॉर्मल कोर्स में ऐसे ही बोलता है इंग्लिश. इज देयर वाटर, वाटर इज देयर इन द जग. बोलते यस, प्लीज पास इट ऑन. ऐसे बोलते हैं. इंग्लिश ऐसे होना चाहिए. बोलता है अरुण, वाटर इज. दूसरा बोलता है इज, है. इधर से जवाब आता है इंक्रीज. अब बताओ, अब बुढ़ापे में इस तरह की अंग्रेजी बोलने में, उसके बाद सीखने में कितना कष्टदायक होगा. ये कोई इंग्लिश हुई? वाटर इज इंक्रीज. So it is never too late. You start early, you would not be facing any kind of embarrassment later on. English is not a hawa. It's a very simple language. Don't get bogged down in the quagmire areas of its grammar portion. First of all, learn good word power. Try to develop the habit of speaking in English. Grammar will follow you automatically. Thank you very much.